So we started the company about 3 years ago, and it's off the back of two other founders and myself who saw a pretty big gap in the way that startups were launched, or tech startups specifically were launched. We found the first thing that people looked for as a developer, and based on our experience, is generally the worst thing that you can look for, because there's a lot of skills that a developer doesn't have that you need to launch a company. And from our perspective, the app is a customer-facing touch point of that business rather than the business by itself. So we wanted to build this business based around the idea to try and allow founders to launch their startup as safely and as efficiently as they possibly can. And that's what we've been doing for the last 3 years. When I told my mum that I was going out on my own to try and launch a business by myself, she thought I was crazy. She thought I had all these other offers for jobs, and for me to not do that, and for me to try and take the risk on myself and bet on myself to launch something independently, she thought I was crazy. But after 3 years, I think she's finally realized that it's something that I can do, and I can do well. So yeah, trying to make her proud. We've walked past this place probably 100 times on our way to go and get lunch, and saw the tram and thought that was really cool. And after walking in as well, the place really represented what we represented as a business, which wasn't cubicles, it wasn't a very sterile environment. It was a very creative space, and it was a space where we felt like we could walk around and interact with as many people as possible from as many different businesses as possible. And that was very obvious from the first day that we were here, and so it took us about 30 seconds to make a decision to move in. It's not even about winning work from the existing people that we hear. It's just about the connections and the networks and the possible partnerships for the business that we've got through the people that are working here. Even meeting Simon from the Luminary, for example, was incredibly insightful, and he wanted to be one of the judges for one of the pitch nights that we're looking to try and create. So from a partnership perspective, it's been really important, and also from the people at Launchpad, such as yourself, being able to host some of our events, or being incredibly open to offering to host some of our events, has been really interesting as well. So being a dog-friendly place, we bring him in every day, and he walks around, he's starting to know people, but also when he gets a little bit nervous, his claws come up and he's on stilts. So watching him sort of walk somewhere, get a bit terrified, come back, and then start to ice skate the way back to my desk is probably the funniest thing I watch on a daily basis.